Why are you waiting for permission to shine when you were born to light up the sky? We live in a world where validation often comes from the outside, a trophy, a title, a crown. But I'm here to tell you, you don't need to wait for the world to recognize your worth. You don't need a crown placed on your head to know you are royalty. The truth is you were born with it. The crown, it's not a prize, it's a birthright. It took me years to understand that success isn't about being chosen, it's about choosing yourself. Owning your identity, walking into the room like you own it, even if nobody claps, being confident, not because someone said you're good enough, but because you know you are. Let me tell you something: the world will try to define you, put you in a box, tell you what you can and can't do. They'll try to hand you a crown only when they think you're ready. But you have to decide when it's your time, and spoiler alert, it's now. You were born with brilliance, with power, with purpose. Don't shrink yourself to fit their mold. Don't wait for applause to validate your dream, and certainly don't wait for the crown wear it like you already own it. You are not defined by the titles you hold, the applause you receive, or the approval of others. From the moment you were born, you carried within you an intrinsic value that no one can give or take away. That's self, worth a deep, unshakable truth that lives within you, regardless of external circumstances. You don't have to earn it, you just have to remember it. The world often teaches us to tie our value to achievements, a job title, a beauty standard, a number on a scale, or how many people clap when we speak. But those are fleeting. What remains constant is who you are beneath all of it. Your courage, your kindness, your resilience, your fire. These are not traits handed to you by others, they are yours from the beginning. When you understand that you are already enough, you stop chasing validation and start living from a place of fullness. You speak more boldly. You walk into rooms with presence. You stop settling in relationships, in work, in life because you know your value, and you refuse to discount it. This is the foundation of real confidence, not arrogance, not ego, but a quiet, grounded strength that says, I belong here. Recognizing your worth doesn't mean you stop growing. It means you grow from a place of love, not lack. You strive not because you're trying to prove something, but because you want to honor the greatness already inside you. That changes everything. You don't need a crown to be valuable. You were born with it, invisible, perhaps, but powerful. The sooner you wear it, the sooner the world will rise to meet the truth you've always known. You are enough, just as you are. Too often, we find ourselves hesitating, waiting for someone to give us permission to take the next step, to speak up, to shine. We hold back, thinking we need a sign, approval, or someone to say, yes, you're ready. But here's the truth: no one is coming to hand you a certificate of worthiness. That's something you have to claim for yourself. Validation from others feels good. It's human to want to be seen, heard, and appreciated. But when your identity and confidence rely entirely on external approval, you're handing over your power. You become dependent on the applause, the likes, the praise, and when those things are absent, you start questioning your value. That's a dangerous cycle. The most powerful people in the world didn't wait to be chosen. They chose themselves. They believed in their vision before anyone else saw it. They moved forward, despite the doubts and criticism, because they had something more important than validation. They had conviction. When you stop waiting for someone to say you're good enough, you start leading your own life. You trust your voice, you take risks. You stop asking, do they approve? And start asking, does this align with who I am? Freedom begins the moment you let go of the need to please everyone. That's when your creativity flows. That's when your boldest dreams come to life. Because you're no longer shrinking to fit someone else's definition of success. Decide today that you don't need the world to validate what you already know. You are worthy, capable, and ready. Say it to yourself, believe it, and then act like it. Because your destiny doesn't depend on their permission, it depends on your belief. Choosing yourself means deciding, without guilt or apology, that your dreams, your voice, and your happiness matter. It means putting your name on the list of priorities, not last, but first, not in a selfish way, but in a self-honoring way. Too many people wait for someone to pick them for love, for opportunity, for approval. But the moment you stop waiting and start choosing yourself, everything changes. You become the one who opens the door instead of waiting for it to open. You stop chasing after roles, relationships, and recognition that diminish you. Instead, you start creating space where your energy is respected and your worth is non-negotiable. Choosing yourself is not about being perfect. It's about embracing who you are, flaws and all, and still saying, I deserve to be here. It's about being your own biggest advocate when no one claps, when no one notices, when the room is quiet. You still show up for you. When you choose yourself, you send a powerful message to the world that you know who you are and what you stand for. It's not arrogance, it's self-respect, and it sets the tone for how others treat you. People will treat you based on the example you set for yourself. If you undervalue your own time, voice, or vision, others will too. This isn't about waiting until you feel confident. It's about taking the leap before you feel ready and trusting that the net will appear. Choosing yourself is an everyday decision. It's a quiet revolution. And it's the first step toward a life that truly reflects your power, your purpose, and your potential. Because when you choose yourself, you give others permission to do the same, and that's how change begins. In a world where everyone's life is constantly on display, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. You scroll through highlight reels, see success stories, perfect images, achievements, and suddenly your own path feels small. But confidence doesn't come from looking sideways. It comes from looking inward and choosing to trust your own journey, even when it doesn't look like anyone else's. Comparison is the thief of joy, but more than that, it's the killer of progress. When you measure your worth by someone else's timeline, you lose sight of your own magic. You forget that what makes you powerful is your difference, not your similarity. Confidence is built when you focus on your own growth. It's in the small wins, the quiet efforts, the resilience you show when no one is watching. It's not loud or boastful. It's steady, it's grounded. It comes from knowing who you are, not from trying to be someone else. When you truly understand that no one can do what you do, the way you do it, comparison loses its power. You stop competing and start creating. You realize there is enough space for everyone to shine, and your light doesn't dim anyone else's. It becomes easier to celebrate others because you're no longer seeing their success as a threat to your own. You don't need to run their race. You need to own your lane. You were never meant to be a copy, you were born to be an original. Confidence isn't about being better than someone else. It's about being the best version of you. The moment you stop comparing and start owning your uniqueness is the moment you truly begin to rise. And from that place, nothing and no one can stop you. We often look outside ourselves for direction, waiting for a sign, a role, or a job title to tell us who we are and why we matter. But real purpose isn't handed to you. It's not something you stumble upon by accident. It's something you awaken within yourself. Purpose is born from paying attention to what moves you, what angers you, what fills you up, and what you can't stop thinking about. It's not always loud. Sometimes it's a whisper, the quiet pull towards something meaningful, something that feels like home, and you don't need a stage, a spotlight, or a massive platform to find it. You just need honesty, the courage to ask yourself, what lights me up? What impact do I want to make? What legacy do I want to leave behind? The world may try to steer you towards safe choices, proven paths, and logical steps. But purpose rarely fits into a neat traditional box. It's messy, personal, and often inconvenient, but it's yours. It lives inside your values, your experiences, and the unique way you see the world. And here's the powerful part. When you live from purpose, everything shifts. You stop chasing empty goals. You start making aligned decisions. You feel more energized, more grounded, more connected. You may not always know the entire map, but you trust the compass inside you. You don't need anyone else to assign meaning to your life. You get to define it. When you stop searching outward and start listening inward, you'll find that your purpose was never missing. It was simply waiting for you to claim it. That's when life becomes more than just existing. That's when you start truly living. Every day you wake up, you have a choice to walk through the world questioning your worth, or to wear your invisible crown and own the space you're in. That crown isn't about arrogance. It's not about status or entitlement. It's about knowing your value even when no one says it out loud. Wearing your crown means showing up with presence even when you're uncertain. It means speaking with clarity, making decisions from strength, and treating yourself with the same respect you so freely give others. It's not about waiting for someone to tell you you're special. It's about moving like you already know. This crown doesn't shine because of recognition or applause. It shines because of your resilience, your story, your heart. You've overcome things no one knows about. You've risen from moments that could have broken you. That crown is built from experience, carved from your scars, and polished by your persistence. The world won't always reflect back your worth. Some days you'll be underestimated, overlooked, or misunderstood. That's when your crown matters most because it reminds you of who you are, even when the world forgets. It's your daily act of self-respect, a symbol of your choice to rise, no matter what. Wearing your crown daily isn't just for you. It sets a new standard. It shows others how to treat you. It gives permission to those around you, especially the ones still searching for their own confidence, to wear theirs too. So lift your head. Straighten your spine. Walk like your name matters because it does. Don't shrink to make others comfortable. Don't wait for the world to crown you. You were born with it. All you have to do is wear it every single day.